1949. And so this is the channel of synthesis and the design of sensitivity. And gate 19 is approach and the gate of wante, and it's a root center gate down at the bottom in brown. And then 49 is revolution and the gate of principles, and it's a solar plexus gate, which is the brown triangle on the right side. The 1949 is about tribal forms of mysticisms which have evolved through the pressure of humanity's need for food, shelter, protection, territory, something to believe in, and something to hold everything together. And so gate 19 pressures to approach and manifest the tribe's interrelatedness, and the 49 prods us to reject that which is not compatible with our highest ideals and supportive of our connection to each other and spirit.
Approach, reject, approach, accept, approach, reject. It's this beautiful discerning machine. I'm so glad it's in the solar plex, because it's got to get clear, because if it accepts, it leads to a marriage bond. So it better be clear, you know. And the thing is, part of that clarity comes through this mystical process. What is God? Where are we in this thing? And all kinds of mystical stuff comes in through this. Rituals come in through this. Lots of rituals. Various things that a family will do. This channel will make sure stuff sort of gets put into place that way. The 19 to approach is a huge pressure. I have a gate 19. I'm constantly trying to bring stuff in, and it's always about resources of some way. But it's resources towards something that will. 19 knows there's a spirit to be found somehow through all of this. 49 says, yeah, there is, and I'm sort of the gatekeeper, but I'm not the controller. 49 knows it's not. That's why it's got a fear. It's what is its fear? 49's fear. It's not the fates. It's not quite God. It's the fear of God. One is because 37 is the fear of tradition after we've got it set up, and it's not afraid of God just by itself. It's just, or whatever's the higher power. It's that somehow or other you accepted the wrong 19 and you have the wrong resources and you don't have the right tribal support, and somehow or other the gods might strike you down a little bit. So it's got this built-in fear to both have mysticism and practicality. 40, that's 49 I'm referring to. It's wicked rich. 49's got a lot of motion on it, you know what I mean? And sometimes get lost, tripped up for words because there's so many for it. So once these principles are set in place, there's a revolution. The principles lead to revolution ultimately. And the revolution is one of staying put, or the revolution is one of striking apart. And sometimes the revolution is one of, taking their heads off. And sometimes the revolution is to set up the school. And that's where gate, the 40 and 37 kick in and make sure it all works. It's always, they call it a revolution essentially because we're bringing in the thing that we've gotten clear on, and it's coming in. Careful, the revolution, the principles are right. So in the world, if the principles aren't right, like sometimes we see, and what do you see? You see revolution of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Small, medium, large, and that comes in very much driven through here.
That makes a lot of sense.